Connected. All right. I'll get your ratings going. I got a couple of gun stories to start off with. Since it's one of our jams, I don't really have anything car related this week other than nothing news there because of car sales are still slow as fuck.
I got some traffic bitches.
Let's start with that. But should we start with the intro?
Oh, yeah, I guess.
SmashCastBros, keep it local, keep it cash, tell the feds to kiss your ass. I'm Ty.
I'm Moo.
And I'm Trigger.
Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that.
Questions, comments, concerns. The email is smashcastbros@gmail.com. We did get an email.
Jeremy's going to munch in the microphone, but that's okay.
Well, he can shove it away from himself.
Before I got back up to the microphone.
No, it's fine.
We did get an email. I don't remember if
We
I
don't want to
shared
be
it
out
to
here
you
all
guys or
night.
not. Your boy Kyle from Lakeo said he prefers half-inch drywall and throwback do is the best.
For punching holes in.
I can agree, but you can't find throwback anymore. They stopped making it.
Didn't they?
Oh, that's got to be crushing you.
Democrat virus bullshit.
That's got to be crushing you.
Wow. Mexican plantations are having a hard time finding people. That's where the sugar cane comes from. Well, that's what throwback is. It's real sugar.
I know. He's the biggest advocate of it.
It's a little bit healthier.
I was going to say, it had less calories in it, but...
So, check out my shirt.
Raised on Reagan, 84. Nice.
Ain't that badass? I love the shirt. But
is 84 when you got out of high school?
But they put the fucking flag backwards on it. Made in China, must be.
Taiwanese.
Our traffic bitches were what?
All right, so the other day, about 5:40 at night, I'm cruising down this little section of road right here, heading home from getting some fried chicken. And I get up close to where your old lady's got a place. And there's a kid on a bicycle meandering at the entrance exit. Like, not really any set direction. Just kind of slowly weaving around. This motherfucker goes straight across the crosswalk. Gets halfway across the first lane before he bothers to look up to see what's going on. And I'm cruising. Because I've already worked 12 hours. I'm fucking tired. I'm going home. And if he showed a set direction, I can plan for it. I can slow down. But when you're meandering, like your mommy told you not to leave the park, and you're, ooh, I'm a badass, I'm right on the edge, and then suddenly go for the crosswalk, dude, you're going to get smoked. I had to swerve into the other lane just to get around him, and then he finally realized halfway through that one lane that there was a car barreling right towards him. Then he whipped around and went back to the trailer park. It's like, dude, grow the fuck up.
How old do you think he was?
To be honest, probably 20s.
I had some good traffic stories, but I already forgot them.
Okay. And then yesterday I was all hot and bothered, and I was about to come in here fucking pissed off at Ionia County Road Commission. Because they're resurfacing part of Grand River Ave towards Portland. And I use that stretch every day, usually. Well, I came home, and I knew they were setting up, because I've seen the cones out for a while. Went to leave work, and I saw that traffic was backed up. I'm getting off at 66. And I knew the cones started about where Kelsey tees in, and I usually use Kelsey. So... get off, go to New View, get a case of beer because I was running low, and continue down the road. Came to a stop, 100 yards down the road from the intersection. Sat there for 10 minutes. Only saw 2 cars come out of that construction zone. They blocked off 2.5 miles, actually more than that, more like 3 miles of Grand River Ave down to one lane, with flaggers on both sides, plus all the crossroads. So yeah, I sat for 10 minutes. I saw 2 cars come out of that construction zone. And I said,
priceless.
Enough of this. I'm fucking tired of this. So I went in the wrong lane, flew up, took my turn, and just head home. Like, I don't care. I'm turning left. There's no traffic coming. There's nobody in the fucking construction zone.
So you paid extra in fuel tax
Yeah. But
because of it.
that being said, I was a little tamped down this morning when I came through. Cones were all taken apart, taken away, back to the side of the road. 2.5 miles, both lanes, they resurfaced just yesterday.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah. Okay, I was pissed off, but when I saw 2.5 miles, both lanes in one day, I'm okay with that.
Must not have been government sponsored.
Probably not.
So I'm checking right now to double check it. Yep. So M6 is now open coming our way.
Yep, they opened it last night.
However, going the other way is closed now, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, getting off of M6 going to 96 West towards 28th Street.
Yes, that's
That is
closed.
closed,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. I just Joe called me last night going, "Hey, if you haven't left yet, it's open." I'm like, "Okay." Cool.
Monday, no, sorry, Tuesday the 18th, they will close down 96 at Jordan Lake, and you have to go up over the overpass and back on for all of next week, and then the following Monday.
Oh my God, that's gonna fuck up traffic.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So the following Monday, it'll be down to one lane on 96. They're doing it to get their equipment because they're replacing Jordan Lake Bridge this year.
Are they?
The whole bridge or
repairing
just
it.
repairing it? Okay.
I don't know.
That thing's rough. We talked about
Yes,
it
oh
once.
yeah.
We
They're
talked
going to
about
bring
It's
one
freaking-
bag of Quickcrete out, dump it in
That's what
dry,
they've been
and say,
doing for 4 freaking
good enough.
years.
it. Oh, it rains.
That's the one I was complaining about
Yeah,
last
I did.
week.
Dude, that's fucking rough.
I try to slow down to see if I can actually see the expressway under it when I'm going over it because
I think it was Jason that was talking
frickin'
about
thing's so
the.
damn bad.
It's funny that you brought up the road commission because I think Jason was talking about it earlier this week with me. Going, what's the story on that? Because Ionia doesn't really have a road commission anymore. It's a weird deal.
It's the Ionia Road.
Commies?
Yeah.
Shun? So, I guess we're working on traffic and cars. Car prices are still not coming down in Michigan. However, car lots are overstocked. Nobody's buying,
Well,
which is
okay.
funny. I found Gavin a car,
Yeah.
but he thinks it's too much.
Where'd you find them?
2017 Lacrosse. Really nice
Okay.
one.
Is that a V6 car?
I think so, but I don't.
You might want to check. It might be a 4-cylinder car.
I think it's a 3.6.
Speaking of, I'm actually surprised you're not at the car show at Diamonddale today.
Why? What is it?
Oldsmobile. Oh, sorry, you drive an old people's car, not an Oldsmobile.
I'll give you that. There's some beautiful Oldsmobiles. There's some beautiful Buicks.
Yeah, they had an Oldsmobile car show thing in
Nice.
Diamonddale today.
So where is it? Oh, maybe it got sold. It's not here.
Okay, since we're kind of talking about traffic a little bit, I came up with a would you rather this week. Told Ty about it. Would you rather have more of your taxes go to public transportation, or pay less taxes towards public transportation but have more cars on the road? Now, saying that, someone pointed out this week that paying more in taxes to have more public transportation does not necessarily mean there will be fewer cars on the road. Was it you?
You called me about it, and we talked about it for a minute. But
See, when it comes to the public transportation, I don't necessarily drive anywhere that public transportation.
Well, this is to expand public transportation,
Okay.
to broaden the network, add more
I'm
buses.
just trying to really comprehend if it would
Well,
actually affect me personally.
Well, say part of that is they add a couple buses a day from Ionia to some point in GR, then buses throughout GR to span out.
I think I would.
Or say they can figure out how to make it actually feasible and the Hyperloop is the thing.
Battery's already
I, don't know,
dead.
I think
today.
I could. I think
yeah,
I
put it on
could
your phone
spend a
all
few
day.
extra tax dollars and add some more public transportation.
I think we're maxed out with who is going to actually use it though already.
And I'll give
Do
you.
you,
that.
have you ever seen a bus? Nobody get on a bus because it was already too full.
No. I've seen myself step on, say, "Oh, it's fucking disgusting," step right back off.
I already go bullshit because there's no fucking way you're gonna walk any extra. So
And see, I'm
Well,
torn on the whole thing because I used the
I
the
found the
public
car.
transportation out in Vegas. That
Well-
was wonderful.
But for our day to day, at least my schedule is so erratic. I don't want to sit at a bus stop for an hour or two waiting for a bus to go home after working 10, 12 hours. You can go fuck yourself. I'm
No.
just going to drive myself.
right. Well, some people can't afford it. So
And I get that. But at the same time, I feel like it should be a little harder to own a car.
Wow.
How many clapped out shit boxes you see driving around? For instance, before you got here, Trigger, Ty's neighbor, both pickups left,
That's all they have is clapped out shit boxes,
making a whole hell of a fucking racket and going nowhere fast.
and then jamming on the friggin' brakes.
You heard him go by.
oh yeah,
Hard to miss.
yeah, he's a piece of shit.
I
You
mean,
think it's funny because he'll
Was he
gun it.
hauling his race car just to haul it back home unused tonight?
Yeah, he gasses on at full throttle all the way until he has to slam on the brakes every single time.
100 yards.
I got some big news, and you guys are. I found a car. This is the car.
We're sitting down for this big news, people.
I got Facebook.
I accepted your friend request.
I saw it and I
And I-
said, fuck this guy, reject.
I damn near rejected it.
You should have. No,
Well,
I damn near rejected it.
Hold on.
I looked at Mike and I said, I bet you're going to get a friend request.
he hasn't. I didn't see him on there
He's
anywhere.
like, I haven't. You sure?
I'm still trying to figure out how to use it. I don't have no clue.
well,
But Amy.
he's figured out how to use Marketplace. I guarantee it.
Oh, guarantee
Let's
that.
see more. What do you wonder? Just Jeremy?
For me?
Yeah, there you go. All right, boop.
King of drugs.
Gate of trucks. Fuck. My food's here. What else with the car stuff? I thought you guys would be blown away when I said, "Oh, I got Facebook."
Oh, I seen it before I left work.
Okay.
See, you shouldn't have sent
accepted
us
the
friend requests.
You want another surprise? Look over in that corner.
Holy shit! Ty actually did something on his day off.
I work my freaking.
We don't necessarily
ass off,
know
dude.
that he did it or if he hired it out.
No,
True.
Gavin helped me lay some carpet today. He helped me move
Let
the
me
skee
text
ball
Buzz, see
machine.
if there's any unaccounted for charges.
He said no. He doesn't want you to call him on his bluff.
So yeah, I'm
Well,
pretty proud of
That's
that. The corner doesn't look great, but it'll work.
good. Where's the Bush Light deer skull?
Well, it's over there. I don't know if I'm gonna put that one back up. I may have to hang that up in Moody's garage.
I mean, you went back full force with the Bud Light. Does it remind you of your favorite?
Budweiser, but heavy.
Move the jukebox down.
Oh, that
Light.
one. Yeah.
Nice. Looks
I
good.
haven't exactly figured out what I'm gonna do with that
Did you get all
space.
carpet down too?
Yeah, dude,
Nice.
I am sore all over because that is not an easy. Fuck no. And Amy's
I don't
like,
think
"Oh, I
you
don't
could be that
even-"
ugly and not be sore.
It's pretty rough, man. My body's killing me.
I'm in the same boat. What?
I got another would you rather.
Yeah, do that because I'm trying to figure. I want to stay on car topic or fun stuff for a minute before we go to the gun stuff because I've got some really good gun stuff tonight.
Would you rather see more of the light spectrum, like infrared, or have a broader range of hearing?
Me? Hearing.
What?
Exactly. But everybody knows that I'm hard of hearing. I have hearing aids.
You have hearing aids. You can't.
You can't turn them up a little bit?
Oh, I can turn the volume
I can't
up,
have a
but
little bit more of each instead of one or the other.
well, it's almost like Daredevil. He loses his freaking vision, but he
gains tenfold and everything else.
Yep.
I think my meal's coming. It's top shelf service here.
But I don't know. Like be able to see infrared light. Which means
I
if
mean,
you could
oh,
see
dude.
if you could see infrared light.
Is that like the light that shows up cum stains?
No, that's UV.
That's UV. That's right.
Infrared is what your typical security cameras have, so they can see at night. So if you had the ability to see infrared light and you had an IR flashlight, you could walk around the woods in what normal people would see as pitch black.
Maybe I would go with
And
the
just-
infrared.
But I don't lose any hearing.
The hearing you have now, which
Then
sucks,
I'm going with infrared.
Yeah, I guess I would go with infrared then.
be able to just sneak up on Fed boys when they're stacking up on your front door. I got your 6.
And the guy in front of you.
It's a 30-06. It'll punch.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump right into it then. Unless you guys got more traffic. You got traffic, bitches?
No, I didn't really run into much traffic that pissed me off this week. I went with the flow this week. Didn't much give a shit.
So you called off most of the days?
Should I give you my refrigerator story? I can do that. Bought a refrigerator. It's downstairs. It's clean. Amy found it on FaceSpace, and I went and looked at it last night, and the kid he wanted me to have my truck and get it out of there. I'm like, no, I'm not going home and getting my fucking truck. Unbelievable white trash. But this fridge is not bad.
Where'd you get it?
Someplace in Lowell, house in Lowell.
Meth house in Lowell.
Yeah, so he wanted $150 for it. I said, well, it's kind of old and dirt. Well, it's kind of old and just old. Anyway, I ended up getting, I said, I'll give you 50 now and 50 tomorrow when I pick it up. He goes, will you do 120? And I'm like, yeah, I ended up doing 120. I leave from checking out the refrigerator and giving him 50 down, and immediately I got a shit.
Hey man, can I use your bathroom real quick?
Well, it's a rental. I should have just went in there and blew it up. But I went to Myers in Lowell. Myers. I went to the bathroom in the front, and there's the urinal and then 2 stalls. Both stalls are occupado, and I don't see either one of them in a hurry.
So you went into the women's.
No, I went to the back to. Oh man, I sliced my finger wide open. Went to the back, and I got a shit, dude. I've got the duck waddle. What's that song? Yeah. I'm like scuffling my feet, right? Go to the back. They're fucking rebuilding the bathroom back there. It's closed. So I turn around, go straight back to the front, and there's the same 2 guys are in there. Thems, whatever.
You're
And I waited my turn. Kid comes out of there, and I'm like, oh, dude, I got to blow this bitch up. Went in there, and I did. The other guy was in no hurry. He stayed there until I was ripping toilet paper off. After I went back, but I can see through the crack in the door that it was the parking lot, the cart pusher.
So he was hiding.
He was, well, I was hotter than shit out. I'd be hiding in the AC too, taking a fake shit. So I knew exactly what he was doing. But anyway, as I'm sitting there, and it was, dude, it was one of those that, like I said, I barely made it. I almost shit myself. Fucking bad. But I'm sitting there, and it was like one right after the other, and I didn't drag my feet, proverbially. I wasn't in a hurry either taking this shit. But I bet 10 guys walked into that bathroom or so. 10, 12 guys walked into the bathroom and went, oh, and walked back out. And I think they probably all did the same thing. But it was, that must be a big deal right now. Everybody's taking this shit. And I don't know if they have another one somewhere else, but
I'm surprised you didn't just say, well, I identify as they, them, and that's the one I'm going to use today.
I was going to say, you could have went down by the deli.
Cleaning guy.
Could have went down by the deli and used the family bathroom.
Ooh. Well, I didn't know where their family bathroom is in Lowell because the main one is pretty close to that. already. As soon as you walk in the door, it's right there. It's not in the middle of the store, like, or in the. It's not on the opposite end. I don't know where it is, but anywho, that was my refrigerator story. So then I go back today, and I got Heaton on the line to meet me there. I was going to go early, so he gets out of work, he can stop and just help me tip the thing over in my truck. That's all I wanted. But he's busy. He's got shit going on. I'm like, all right, fine. Gavin finally gets all his buddies to cancel their plans so he can go with me today. They did it later on instead, which screwed Wyatt because Wyatt couldn't go. Went and got that thing. The guys, I texted him. I'm like, all right, be there in 30 minutes. He goes, well, my buddy's here. We're getting it out of the basement right now. I thought he was going to try to get it out the night before. Got there, and he goes, well, I didn't go to work today because I had to take my wife to the hospital. She dropped that fridge on her foot. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, buddy. Got the fridge, got it home, unloaded it. It was pretty clean. Pulled the drawer assembly out of the bottom, just completely tore it apart. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, it's cold, it's warm now. Mouse shit in the bottom. Well, I cleaned all that up. Alcoholed it and whatever. But anyway, got that. What else did I do today? Did all that shit.
Well, number 4. You still got to tell the story of number 4.
Oh, I was going to just let him show up in here, but yeah. We got another golden retriever.
Oh, I've seen that.
Okay. Amy said I'm like, well, just have him show up and surprise the boys. But he's so far so good. He's got a little issue with Dusty, but anyway.
You got a little issue with what?
Dusty. Their security blankets are balls, tennis balls, rubber balls,
Their
whatever.
own.
Dusty's all about giving him his, because he's been humping the shit out of him. Anywho, Amy calls me and says, "What about this?" I don't know. I mean, we can get him and fix him. So years ago, we had this puppy, and the only one I ever wanted to keep. This woman named this puppy Annie. It's the only one I ever wanted to keep out of all the puppies. But I said, we got 3 fucking dogs. No, can't do it. So Annie grows up a little bit. She gets a second dog. Those 2 dogs have puppies. She sells the puppies. One of them is this Charlie, the redhead that's outside right now. Charlie goes to whatever family. I don't know the whole story on the family, but lo and behold,
They can't have it.
no, they started going through a divorce. He's a year and a half going through this divorce. Well, I don't know how it all shook out, but anyway, Charlie spent a week and a half home alone. Shit all over the house, no water, no food. Now you should see him now. He's pretty skinny. We're fattening him up, but he's pretty skinny. Amy, so the woman basically gets this dog. Their pound up there, their dog pound in whatever county it's up by Alma, Mount Pleasant area, somewhere up there, post a picture of this dog on their face space saying, anybody know this dog? Well, this Kelsey that has Annie from me took my fucking dog. Says, yeah, that's Charlie. It's one of mine. She went there and got him out, but they wouldn't let her have him because it wasn't related. But she finally found the woman because nobody could get a hold of him because the dog's chipped. They didn't chop his balls off because he's chipped. He's still intact. In the end, this Kelsey chick gets the dog. Doesn't get along with Annie. Its mother. Or the fact that she's got 2 infants in the house, or 1 infant and an older child, little child. Anyway, she calls Amy and says, hey, what do I do? Amy's like, well, maybe we can help. She goes, well, I got $200 into this dog. I want my money back. Otherwise, I'll do something else. Amy gives her the $200. I'm like, well, we'll get him home. We'll get him fat and happy. I don't know what happened with the family, how they're divorced. Amy assumes that the guy cheated on her, and I'm like, it's always that with you. But so now we have this dog, and Amy, we get it home, and I'm like, give it a bath. She takes it over to Petco, gives it a bath, runs it home, gives it a second bath immediately, puts it in the cage for the night, lets it sleep in the garage. It's warm enough, plenty warm, just to see if it would whimper, whine, do whatever. It's housebroken. She said she opened the fucking door in that cage, it walked right in and laid down. I'm like, holy shit. Didn't whine, didn't whimper, nothing doing. So, okay, fine. I think it was the very next night. I went to bed. I got up at like 12:40 to take a piss. And I look out in the silhouette. There's 4 fucking tails wagging. I'm like, oh, fuck. She slept on the couch just to make sure the dog was cool. I'm like, oh, I guess it's already in the house. He made an appearance up here once, but she called him back down. Anywho. So now we are, unless something happens, we're a 4-dog family, and then which is.
So now Amy has 5 dogs.
This is a fucking madhouse, dude. It's a madhouse. It's a straight up madhouse.
Look, my house is cramped with 2 dogs, and they're both medium size. You have had 3 full size dogs, and now you have 4. Ty,
They're medium. I call them medium.
It's
They're
not-
not like they're Great Danes or nothing.
mine are medium.
Yeah,
Great
they're not-
Danes are extra large.
Yeah, all right.
But, Ty, it's not a mansion.
Oh
Like,
no, oh no, I fully
your
get
kitchen,
it.
I've been in your kitchen. It's enough for just the 4 dogs.
Yeah,
That's it.
you're tripping.
No
over.
people.
Yep.
Excuse me.
So yeah,
Maybe
that's
the body
the
heat of
story
the
on
dogs-
number 4, huh?
Maybe the body heat of the dogs will allow the AC to get kicked on.
She kicked it on last night.
Oh wait, no.
Holy shit!
I couldn't.
Actually, hold on.
I walked in the house and she says something about it being on, and I was like, holy shit.
Wait, Amy spent $200 for an extra heat source so she doesn't have to pay for heat in the winter. See?
By the time she done giving it bath, and then we gave it flea medicine the next morning once it was dry down the back, and did all the flea shit. We probably got another $100 into this dog.
Yeah, but think how much money on natural gas she'll save over the winter by
Yeah.
not running heat.
Well, and maybe it's the fact that there's a strange dog in the house, but I
You
think
should say it that way.
it's. I'm
Peanut
pretty
butter
sure.
bill's gonna go up for Gavin because now he's got some strange.
I'm pretty sure Dusty is farting his guts out. It's crazy because we didn't change anything else, but anyway, all right.
But I'm glad to hear that you get to have air conditioning when it's 90 fucking degrees next week.
Yeah, no shit. The fact,
Do you get air conditioning at
No.
work?
No, I do not.
Your best friend Andy gets AC where he works.
oh yeah.
You regretting that decision now? You
I'm-
both probably could have gone to work together.
I'm regretting the decision that I made to not take the job before him.
You can all see if they have an opening. Then you can go in, reunited, and it feels so good.
I would likely pass.
So, either of you guys read Rolling Stones?
No. I used to get it, but now they're super liberal and piss on 'em.
Do you figure that the only people that get it are like medical offices that get it for the waiting room?
Maybe.
Well, the reason I ask is they did a reader's poll on the 10 worst songs of the 80s. What do you guys think for worst songs of the 80s?
Ones that made it as hits.
Well, just worst of the 80s.
Rap. Pop.
Oh, rap of the 80s was like Sugar Hill Gang. I said hip hop, the hip, the hip.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Are we looking
that
for
doesn't-
genres or the actual bands, the actual songs? What are you looking for?
just songs.
I have no idea.
Shit,
Dude, I got
couldn't
nothing.
tell you. I mean, I can name some songs, but I think they're pretty. I like the songs.
I only like the good ones.
I love the thong song. Especially love the video.
I don't think that's a 80s song.
I think that's 2000s.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Thong, 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 thong. That one?
Maybe.
All
Look
right.
it up.
Hell, I
I bet
don't
it's 2010 later than 2010.
Well, while you look that up, let's start down this list.
Okay.
Rick Astley, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's
that
number
one
10.
sucks. That one sucks.
It's great for a prank. What?
I didn't think it was a bad song, but
I mean, I'm tired of hearing it at this
Wow.
point. Taco, Putting on the Ritz. They made fun of it in
Oh,
Young
yeah.
Frankenstein. Gene
Yeah.
Wilder and as
Putting on the Ritz.
Dr. Frank.
Yeah.
What is it?
Young Frank.
Frederick Frankenstein. They made fun of that, or I guess sang it. Tony Basil, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Really?
So find you by my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
That one sucked.
What?
That one sucked.
I guess February 15th, 2000 was released.
2000s.
Wow.
So 24 years ago.
Number 6, Falco, Rock Me Amadeus.
That one sucked.
I
Yep.
guess I don't know that one.
That one sucked.
Amadeus, Amadeus. Amadeus, Amadeus, Amadeus.
Yep.
I didn't mind that
Amadeus. That one sucked.
Men Without Hats, the safety dance.
That was. I can still see the video. That was one of the first fucking videos on MTV. Let's look that up. Be a cool fact.
Why don't you bring up the first music video on MTV? Video Killed the Radio Star.
Was that it?
I think it was. Number
First
4, Wham!
MTV.
Wake Me Up Before You Go.
See, I like that song.
Chris de
It
Burgh.
was Video Killed the Radio Star. Okay.
Chris de Burgh, Lady in Red.
That was-
Lady in Red.
That one was pretty bad. Dude, we got some really shitty music.
Europe, The Final Countdown.
The final
Oh, yeah.
countdown.
Starship, We Built This City is number
See,
1.
That's one of my good. Yeah, that's one of
See,
my favorite songs.
No.
That's why you're a movie guy.
I
Your
think
taste in music sucks.
I think this list is written by, let's be honest, it's Rolling Stone, geriatrics.
I'm going to see my foods at the stairs. Keep going.
It's written by geriatrics who are tired of hearing these songs in a lot of media because these songs have been in a lot of different media.
Well, like We Built This City.
Dude, I love that song.
Okay. The first time I ever heard it was in a movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know what movie I'm thinking of,
Not offhand.
but it's The Night of the Comet. And that was
I don't
a,
think I watched that
I
one.
don't know, a 1986 movie. But the movie didn't really have much of a meaning. But I watched it. I heard the song. I'm like, huh, I like that song.
What one?
We Built This City by Starship. And depending on how you want to look at it, if it's Starship,
remember the
Jefferson,
video.
Starship, Jefferson
They're dancing in
Airplane,
the city.
whatever the time was they were.
It was Starship when that song came
Mm-hmm.
out.
But it was definitely in a movie. That's the first time I ever heard it. And I liked the song. I've liked the song ever since I heard it.
Now, there is one song in the 80s that always pops out to my head that I fucking hate
Yeah?
with a passion. And I think the Bengals should have been canceled for it. Walk Like an Egyptian.
Oh, come on.
That is the dumbest, worst song in the world.
It was super popular, dude.
I don't know why. It is trash.
I remember the dance.
It is.
Like an Egyptian.
Yeah.
It is
Walk
straight
like an
garbage.
Egyptian.
I feel like we should kick him off the show just for doing that dance.
See, now here's the difference. That song is actually on a Wii video game, Just Dance 2, and it's a video game where you
He's
do
really
the
celebrating
dance.
his favorite month.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I tell you what,
I'm glad you said it. I couldn't
don't
figure out how
knock
to
it till
say
you
it.
try the freaking Just Dance game. I tell you what, playing it for a month, I lost 22 pounds
Came
for
right
an
back.
hour a day.
Hour a
I
day.
sat there dancing.
Hour a day.
Dude, I ain't
Sing-
got time for that.
dancing to those songs. I didn't have anything else to do. I was fucking flat ass broke. I could pay an electric bill so I could watch the fucking TV and play the video game.
Fuck, you can't afford a power bill nowadays.
Well, true. But still, nonetheless, dude, there's like freaking 15
I feel like there
songs.
was. If he couldn't afford anything else, couldn't afford food. There's
He bought a
22
Wii,
pounds
though.
and smokes.
But I would literally did probably more of a workout than walking on a freaking treadmill.
Really? Nope. Not doing it.
Whatever.
I'm afraid somebody might look at my window.
And see, and
Hey, that's why I do stuff like that, like in VR. I have a game, it's Power Beats VR. Like boulders come flying at you, and you just have to punch them out of the air, so it's kind of a boxing thing.
Yeah.
pretty good workout. But I found if I do that naked, anyone that peeks in the window will be blinded, and I don't have to worry about it. But 15 minutes with that VR game, and I'm fucking sweating bullets.
I'm just sitting there drinking beer and sweating.
To be fair, it is also mid 80s right now in this hellscape called Michigan. By the way, Wes is going to Mexico next week, and he pulled up the weather forecast. It is 90s here, mid 80s down there. Dude, there have been weeks in the winter where we were colder than Alaska, just based on the way the weather patterns go.
No.
Sorry,
Just
global
the ice,
warming.
Just the ice off my wife's heart.
So things are really looking up.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
That's,
Are you kidding me? What the fuck?
I thought that was mine for a minute. I'm gonna
No.
lose my shit.
no, and then I thought of this earlier. My gripe with Amazon Music currently, and I have two examples to go with it. If someone writes a song and sells it to somebody else who sings it, and then later on the person who wrote it sings it, Amazon seems to only put up available the person who wrote its version. I got two examples. Little Red Rodeo, originally sung by Colin Ray, written by Phil Vassar. You cannot find the Colin Ray version on Amazon Music. You can only find the Phil Vassar version, which came later. Phil Vassar wrote the song, but Colin Ray sang it originally, and then Phil Vassar sang it later. You can only find the Phil Vassar version. Jim Steinman wrote a song called Surf's Up, and originally sung by Meatloaf, as a lot of Jim Steinman songs were. And you on Amazon Music, you can only find the Jim Steinman version of Surf's Up, him singing it, not the Meatloaf version.
Oh, that sucks.
It's like they prioritize the version sung by the original writer instead of the first recorded.
I prefer, I don't prefer it, but I really like covers. I have a whole thing in my Amazon.
Well, covers are
songs.
fine. However,
But I got my complaint, which goes along with yours, is Nickelback has a cover of Dirty Laundry, and it's actually not bad. It's really good. But Amazon doesn't have it. Which they have The Devil Goes Down to Georgia by them.
but, I get a little... I think the Colin Ray version of Little Red Rodeo has more feeling in it. It's more than the Phil Vassar version, because Phil Vassar was not made popular as a singer. He was made popular as a songwriter, who then later started to sing. Jim Steinman was never known as a good singer. He was known as a good songwriter. And later on down the road, he started, well, I guess all throughout, he was singing his own songs. But the songs that Meatloaf sang and he sang, the Meatloaf version, across the board, has more feeling in it.
More soul.
More soul. Like, he's got the voice for it. Jim Steinman's voice on a lot of stuff just feels a lot weaker. He's a
I don't even know who he is, so.
He's a phenomenal songwriter, but his voice is just weak compared to Meatloaf. And unfortunately, he recorded the same songs as Meatloaf, so you're kind of putting yourself against him.
Right.
And, back to Ty liking covers. There's quite a few covers of songs that I like. Better than the original.
Was it Zombie?
Yep.
Cranberries was the original, but I think it's Bad Wolves version.
They did Mama, I'm Coming Home, too.
Yes, that was actually going to be one of my ones. Love the Cranberries song when they sung Zombies. But hearing the remake of it, or the whatever,
The Bad Wolves one?
yeah, I I like that one a lot better.
I'm sorry. I don't like either version of that song. I think that song sucks.
Really?
Uh-huh.
You are allowed to be wrong. You are a Democrat after all.
No. That song sucks, man.
Okay, what covers do you like that the average person would know?
Would know?
He's gonna say some of the like Lady Gaga shit
Uh-uh.
or Taylor Swift.
I have a whole thing of it. If you get on your Amazon right now, type in and search ties space covers.
Okay. Excuse me. Tyson covers.
No, ties TYS space covers.
Community playlists. Okay. Tyson covers 70 female
It's not
orchestra.
Tyson's. It's just ties. Here, I'll just fucking send it to you. Anyway, or I'll read them off.
Just read them off.
I gotta find it.
Hold on, let me try an apostrophe.
Okay, Addicted to Love, Blackheart Saints, Hunger Strike, Small Town
Well, hold
Titans.
on, wait. If you're gonna do this,
Okay.
wait, go through the list. Say who sang it originally.
Dude, half
We're
time,
gonna
I'm
test
not even
your
remember.
music knowledge.
I'm not even gonna fucking remember them. Addicted to Love was
Might as well face it, you're addicted to
Nope.
love.
Dislike that song.
What?
Across the board.
dude, I can't even remember who originally sang.
Across the board, I dislike that song.
Hunger Strike was Chris Cornell, but he had that band. What was the band name? Or whatever.
Not a clue. I'm sorry when it comes to that
All
stuff.
Right Now with Puddle of Mud. Midnight Rider.
I was
Theory
going
of
to
a
say
Dead
that was
Man.
originally sung by Free.
It's Only Rock and Roll. Stones, but it was redone by Brothers Osborne. That's really good. Wicked Game was Chris Isaac, and that's Theory of a Dead Man. Sitting on the Dock of the Bay was Smith
Otis
and Myers, Otis Redding. War, Blackstone Cherry was
What
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again.
It's a fucking hippie song. Of course he has it on his phone.
Beat It was
Michael
Michael Jackson,
How,
but
dude,
done
how
by-
do you
That
hesitate
should be your
with that?
theme song.
From Ashes from Ashes to New. Don't Tread on Me, Metallica, done by Volbeat. I got a whole fucking thing of it, dude. I'll send it to you.
So you're saying Volbeat's better than Metallica?
That one's equal. Because Volbeat's the same, it's got the exact same rhythm rock to it.
Did you listen to that Amazon Music I sent you earlier this week?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I heard it before. It's Ronald.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's
it.
a song called Ronald. So
I didn't listen to the lyrics.
I
though.
realized that I hadn't heard any Tech Nine hip hop recently. I like Tech Nine. He's got good stuff. So I looked him up. And the top thing, like most listened to, is a song called Ronald. It's a screamo song
Yeah, wow.
with hip hop in part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, really threw me off. Like, I thought I was here to listen to Tech Nine. The fuck is this?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Tech Nine's got
Before
a lot
you
of good
sent it
stuff.
to me, it came on my TV downstairs on like a playlist. Not a playlist, but like a mix. Yeah. I was like, fuck that. That song sucks. I fast forwarded it.
I don't know. I like Tech Nine. He's got some good stuff. If you're in the mood for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You got to be in the right mood for it. I mean,
You're going to listen to my covers playlist, and you're going to go, wow, Ty really knows his shit.
Trigger over here has got his Pride Month playlist going with It's Raining Men.
I tell you
on-
what,
that's
you
on
wanna-
loop
you
in his
want-
head.
You want to hear my... And I don't have the
Just-
list that you guys
Just
have.
name it out.
I got like 10 playlists, man.
I don't. I have a Spotify thing. That's it.
Oh, dude, I just have. So Amazon Music gives you your discovery mix of the day, and they give you one every week. So there's two different ones.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So you can actually go through, and every day they'll give you a new list of songs that you can listen to and decide if you want to add to your library.
Right.
And then there's a discovery mix that's once a week they give it to you.
I've seen it. I've tried it. I didn't like it, but I didn't know what it was about, I guess.
The discovery mix, I think it is, changes every day. Discovery, I don't remember the terminology they used. That's not what I want. So my mix is a daily thing. The My Discovery mix is a weekly thing, but they give you different songs, and it changes. I think based on what you've been listening to, they give you more stuff along the same lines that you might like. I had that going earlier. Surf's Up, sung by Jim Steinman, came up, and it reminded me. The Meatloaf version's just better.
I don't think I've heard either version of it.
And then, so this is a country thing, so only Trigger might actually care. Garth Brooks took down some of his old music videos to, I guess, preserve the quality of his music.
Okay.
And one of the music videos I was looking for is this song Standing Outside the Fire. I don't know if you've heard that one. But the music video...
I know All That Remains did a cover of one of his songs.
The music video was a kid with Downs wanted to run a track event, and his dad was against it, like he'll embarrass himself. They ended up running the track event, and his dad ran on the field and helped him cross the line. Pretty, like, sponsored by or in support of Special Olympics.
Right. Good.
And then you go online and you can't find it anymore except a bootleg version because he wanted to preserve his legacy or whatever.
Well, Garth Brooks has really become a piece of shit. Is that the word I'm looking for?
He's definitely taken a couple steps in your direction.
No, he did not. No, he did not.
So,
Okay, so my playlist starts out All Right Now by Free, because that's the original best version.
Yeah.
Angel by Shaggy.
of course it
Holy
is.
shit.
Dude, okay, can we cancel that song?
I have some
Pride Month
let's say
music?
soundtrack stuff, like when Optimus Prime arrived on Earth, the
Oh,
original
Jesus.
Transformers. Steve Jablonsky.
Soundtrack stuff.
Told
He's
you,
listening
movie
to-
stuff.
He's listening to classical music.
Back in Black.
Akadaka.
Yep.
The way
Burn
the
to the
Aussies
Ground,
say it.
Nickelback. Cats in the Cradle by Ugly Kid Joe.
I got another version of that song. It's pretty good.
Dirty Deeds. Guess that's why they call it the blues.
Oh, wait. Sung by...
Elton John.
Okay.
Funky
Guess
Town by
that's
Limp
why they
Bizkit.
What?
What? I tell you what, I don't give two shits. Hell's Bells. Here I go again. With
No wonder
White
your hearing
Snake.
sucks. Your ears are bleeding.
Highway to Hell. Howlin' for You. I'd do anything for love.
Well, you gotta have that one.
I got a name.
I'm not a meatloaf guy. I don't.
I got a name. Jim Croce.
Oh, dude, Jim Croce had a ton of good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a long way to the top. Joy to the World, Three Dog Night.
Dude, I had the chance to go see Three Dog Night in concert, and I'm kind of kicking myself for not going.
Play that funky music.
White boy. Do you have the Commodore's Brick House in there?
No, I do not. I don't like that song.
The black guys.
Yep.
The black guys can fucking sing, man. They got the
Jukebox
music
Hero.
down altogether, really.
Know Your Enemy, Green Day. Lips of an Angel, Hinder.
I'm just not. I like certain rap music. I don't like
Pinball Wizard, The Who.
the hardcore stuff.
The Who? God damn.
Oh yeah, girls. The Who and the Doors can
The Look
Who.
Rock Set.
canceled,
The Who and the U2.
and the Doors.
The Man, Aloe Black. Thunderstruck. Radioactive, Imagine Dragons.
What are you, gay?
Why don't you just stick with AC?
Sure.
Akadaka.
Phil Collins. Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London.
I think I got that on my jukebox.
Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It. We Built This City, Starship.
Oh.
Hey,
What
that's a
I've
good
Done,
song.
Linkin
Back to
Park.
Pride Month.
Some Nights by Fun.
I don't know that one.
Queen, Under
It's modern
Pressure.
pop.
I'll take
It's
I like
Queen.
Queen. Yeah. That was playing on my TV.
Geronimo by Shepherd. Shut Up and Dance, Walk the Moon.
Shut up.
Who Wants to
and
Live Forever,
dance with
Queen.
me. I don't. Fuck that.
Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me,
Elton
Elton John.
John.
Rocket Man, Elton John. Leaving on a jet plane, John Denver.
I'm seeing.
Lean On by Major Major
Lean on
Lazer
me.
and DJ Snake.
That's yeah.
Not Lean On Me. Lean On.
Oh,
Bring
you
Me
said
to Life.
DJ Snake. I'm like, Evanescence.
Yep. What's Up? Four Non-Blondes.
Of course, you're all for that.
One of Us, Joan Osborne. Mad World.
Mad
Sweet Child of
World
Mine.
by
Gary Jules.
because Meatloaf had a version of Mad World.
I think there's a bunch of I think there's a whole band named Mad World.
Sweet Child of Mine.
All right.
Blaze of Glory. Wanted Dead or Alive.
Bringing it in.
Sound of Silence.
Which
by
one?
Disturbed.
Okay.
I have.
This
My
that
playlist
covers
too.
that cover
my-
definitely wins the fight
My
there.
second playlist has Simon and Garfunkel on it for
Fuck that.
Disturbed.
Look, Simon and Garfunkel had a lot of good songs, but The Sound of Silence, Disturbed, knocked it out of the park.
Burn It Down,
Definitely.
Linkin Park, Bob O'Reilly, The Who.
Oh, fucking the Who.
Who are you, The Who? Won't Get Fooled Again, The Who. Staying
Wow.
Alive, The Bee Gees.
Hey man.
Is that
Come
your
With Me
sequel?
Now, The Congos. I Do It For You, Brian Adams. Walking in Memphis, Mark Cohn.
That's,
No,
Cotton Eye
that's-
Joe, The Rednecks.
that's like his one good hit.
Zombie, The Cranberries. Enter Sandman, Metallica. Nothing Else Matters, Metallica. God Gave Rock and Roll to Us, Kiss. Poison, Alice Cooper.
All right.
Like my music list is like this, right? It's a little wonky. Yours is like this.
See, I don't necessarily listen to the music for the wording. I listen to the music for the beat.
Whatever you can dance to.
No. I don't know what it is, but it's literally the beat, the tones, the sound.
Yeah, that's part of it. At least it's part of it for everyone.
Me and Bobby McGee by Janice.
All right, that's
All right.
got it.
Exactly.
All right. So I got to. So I was talking to somebody, 22-year-old, I think.
Okay.
In my day-to-day work, I was shooting the shit with him, and he didn't realize the rules on importation of vehicles. Like, you can import a vehicle, but it's got to be 25 years old, or it's got to be bonded for show only. And he didn't understand that you can't get some cool cars from overseas because there's rules in place.
Because we suck.
And, I got to thinking, why is it? How can we say we are the best nation if we cannot own any car in the world we want?
Because
Like-
the cars from over there are stupid
You know-
fast.
You could buy a Holden Commodore, which is a Pontiac G8, but a Holden badge. You can buy one,
Are you
27.
kidding? Half of the fucking G8s have Holden badges on them now because all these fanboys want it.
2017 was the last year they made Holdens in Australia.
Okay.
And Holden Utes. You could get a Holden Commodore imported into the U.S. brand new if you could get GM to admit that it is a Pontiac G8. But they won't, because if you can import a Holden, why would you buy their current lineup?
Right.
So they will not admit. We all know just by looking at it,
Yeah.
it's a Pontiac G8. But GM, they need the manufacturer's okay that that's what it is, even though any mechanic could look at the two and be like, it's the same fucking car.
I don't care between the two. I think they're both cool. I
But
would love to have one. The G8? Oh, yeah.
Ugly
No.
as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
I just want a Ute. It's basically the equivalent of an old school Ranger, not the new ones, because it's basically a car cab with a truck bed.
We talked about this before. Yeah.
Yes. The Holden Commodore, one of the years they had, probably several, one of the engine options was a 6.2 liter engine out of a Corvette.
It's a GXP over here.
Yeah, GXP here. With a truck bed on the back, roasting them tires. But we couldn't get it here because GM will not admit to the government it's a Pontiac.
Even
So-
though Clarence Thomas could look right at it and go, I know there's no difference.
Stevie Wonder could look at it and say it's a Pontiac. But they don't want the lineup. So I wonder how hard would it be to overturn that legislation that we can have any fucking vehicle in the U.S.
Well, now
I want to be able... Look, if I have the cash burning a hole in my pocket, why should the government be allowed to say, no, you can't import that Lada from Russia or
also,
the Trabant?
Over there, I'm not saying... I don't know their regulations, but I don't know if Australia, Africa, Russia, Germany, I don't know if any of those have any of the emissions controls that we have here. That's probably a lot of the reason that they won't allow it also is the emissions controls.
I bet it's not.
Speaking of emissions, back in, I think, 2008, Volkswagen had a car on the market in Europe, the Polo, which is, I think, smaller than a Jetta, smaller than a Golf.
I was going to say that.
It was the submodel Blue Motion. It had a 3-cylinder diesel engine. It got 75 miles to the gallon. I don't give a fuck about your emission standards. 75 miles to the gallon.
What's worse for the environment? There's a trade-off there.
Okay,
75 miles to the gallon. That's
okay. We're emitting.
That's worth a hell of a lot more emissions if that's the case. But you're not getting the emissions out of it
So,
because you're not burning
my
nearly as much
Polo
fuel out through it.
may emit more emissions per gallon, but when that gallon's spread over 75 miles, it ain't shit.
That becomes a case of
But-
oil tycoons going.
We're going to lose money.
We're going to lose money. We can't have
But
that.
if you want a Lada, why should the U.S. government stand in the way of you going to Russia, buying a brand new Lada, I don't know why you would, and importing it back to the U.S. because you want to have one. You want to be unique with a Lada. Or you want to go to China and you somehow trust their engineering, I wouldn't, and then buy a Chinese EV that'll fucking blow up and hack your internet. If you want to do that, you should be allowed to. I mean, Wes, I can say this, he doesn't have the car anymore. That fucker got totaled a long time ago. He had an Acura Integra, and he had it, and I think, in Korea with him when his dad was there, stationed, Air Force, I think. Had an Integra, had thin glass in the windows. A little bit lighter.
Okay.
It's a ricer. They got to lighten wherever they can. So he had thin glass in it. Well, he tried to import it into the U.S. when they moved back to the U.S., and customs wouldn't allow the thin glass. So he had to put American thick glass into the windows. Put thick glass into the doors. Yeah. Put thick glass in. Got it approved. Put that thin glass back in. Why the fuck am I driving around with thick glass for no fucking reason? It's designed to shatter anyways. It's just less shards to sweep up off the ground.
Huh. I guess
But,
I learned something today.
you know, we can't really say we're that great of a nation. We cannot go wherever we want and buy any car we want that's manufactured somewhere in the world. It's got to be 25 years old to import it without having to jump through a bunch of hoops.
It's good to know.
Dude,
I
you
mean,
could-
had we known, there's another get rich quick scheme. Had we known, we go down to Australia, buy 30 Holden Commodores, stick them in a warehouse. After 25-year mark, ship them to America. They're probably worth their weight in gold because the freaking the yuppies want those fucking things.
Well, what a company I think in Kansas has been doing is they go to Australia, they buy probably a used Holden Commodore, they strip it down to bare bones,
Ship all the parts over
ship
here.
the parts over, the customer brings in a Pontiac G8, they strip all the parts off, put all the Holden parts on, and it's titled as a Pontiac, but everything else is Holden. It's the same car. It's a Holden, but that's their workaround to get it into the U.S. and titled correctly because GM won't say it's a Pontiac G8 like they should. And look, I fully understand why they don't. I just don't like it. Let's do away with that law. If you want to fly to Australia, buy a car around MSRP, because let's be honest, they're not going to cut you a deal because you're a foreign.
Right.
You're not going to probably be a return customer. If you want to spend the money to ship it back to the U.S., fucking U.S. is going to tax you when you bring it in anyway, so they're still getting their cut.
Exactly.
How does that work? Do you pay? How do you pay the tax on that? You've got to pay a state tax too.
Presumably, because it's going to come in through California, they're going to say, well, this says it's worth this, so you're going to pay us the tax on that, and it's California tax.
Then give me a California plate.
No.
Now I got to come to Michigan
Nope.
and get a plate and pay tax on that again?
That's just importation tax. But don't give me a California plate, because then it has to pass emissions.
Oh,
Let
word.
me just take it straight to Michigan, so I don't have to do an emissions test.
Did you see, since you brought up the word emissions, did you see the video I sent you for the Air Force or Air Army Super Duty that they had?
Yeah, deleted.
Factory delete everything from
Dude,
Ford.
I've told
So
you.
the government doesn't have to abide by the fucking
Jackpot.
tree hugger rules?
I've told you this. Government contracts, when they buy vehicles from the big three, two American companies and a French company, when they buy brand new vehicles, they come without emissions because the government doesn't want unreliable vehicles. Well, they do, but they want to overpay for it. So they order their vehicle. The Beast, the presidential limo, has a 6.6 liter Duramax that's deleted and tuned for more power because it's a fucking behemoth of a truck.
It weighs
Word.
12 or
20,000 pounds, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was 12 or 14.
It's a fucking beast of a
Either
car.
way, fucking huge. But here we go. They are putting emissions on farm equipment for farmers.
which should be
Should be
Exempt.
emissions free.
exempt. No, but the fact that they do it, they know that the EGR coolers and shit are problems, so they have them deleted. But it's okay for them to do it, but not
They
us.
know that DPF
and not only
is an
that,
issue.
they're going to rape you if you get caught deleting it. They're going to proverbially rape you pretty.
So I was bullshitting with a shop owner while I was doing a random delivery. I think it was a transmission, but it's a diesel shop, and I'm sure they get the question a lot. So I was bullshitting with them down in Jackson, and I asked about, like, what does the EPA do to the shop? Like, from a shop owner.
Yeah.
If they are found guilty of it, it's $10,000. Fine. Immediate.
Each car or
I think it's each.
okay.
$10,000 fine each. If they're caught in the middle, $34,000.
In the middle.
If they're in the process of doing it,
Oh. Whoa.
$34,000 fine.
$10,000 to $34,000 difference.
10 if they found out you've done it in the past. 34 if you are currently doing it. Because the shop could have done it and then said, enough risk, and moved on.
Yeah.
And it's just $10,000. But if they catch you actively doing it, they're coming down with the big dick of the government.
That's insane, dude.
But what does that money go towards? Lining
Deleting
somebody else's
government
pockets.
vehicles.
Lining somebody's pockets for no fucking reason.
The $400 hammer.
What was it? I think it was someone in the UK did the math. Or maybe it was the United States. That's probably UK. And figured out that if the UK just sank into the ocean, not another trace, just sank into the ocean,
God, that would be
the
delightful.
world's pollution would reduce by 2%. So, when you look at numbers like that, okay, but why are we bending over backwards to make all these changes that will bankrupt the average person when it will make a negligible difference? You remember when, back in 2020, mid-2020, when the air all around the U.S. got cleared out, was clear? It's because China stopped manufacturing so much shit.
I was
Two-thirds-
actually just thinking if
2/3 of the pollution in California,
It's like
the smog, is from China.
The world's turning, but we have to abide by all these EPA rules and don't burn this, don't burn that. But overseas, they encourage it. We need to get rid of the trash.
Who's she?
Yeah.
See, what I was thinking
We
is,
suffer because
in 1943, 1945, whatever it was, why we didn't do a better job with getting rid of pollution. We should have dropped more bombs on Japan.
Actually,
Eliminated the whole
Japan,
spot.
I think, actually is pretty clean. We
our
should have.
TVs would be $1,000 right now, though. $20,000.
Japan is actually pretty clean. We should move the nukes over a little bit and get rid of China. That's where the pollution's coming from. Someone in America designed something, and they start making it. China gets one, copies it cheaply, and sells it for a lot less. So they're putting an American out of business because they are mass producing shit.
Yeah, by 6-year-olds in a freaking Chinese sweatshop.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, where are we at?
Hour 6.
Because I've got a bunch of screenshots that are government related.
You want to make the next one a government rant?
Well, actually, you know what?
Do guns now so we can do government rant next.
Why don't we come back with more government rant and then file into gun stuff?
Then guns, and then back to government rant.
I got like 10 fucking screenshots of government stuff that's gonna.
Okay.
Let's take a break. I need a drink.
Next segment, I'll crack my first. Anyways, here's to those that wish us well.
All the rest can go to hell.
All right.